You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
Well, Black and White sports fans, we got some breaking sad news from the world of the NBA. Hall of Fame center Dikembe Mutombo has now passed away at the very young age of only 58 years old, guys. Now, apparently he had a brain tumor. I don't remember him actually coming out and saying that. It's been a few years now, according to the report. But I really had no idea that he had brain cancer. I was actually just sitting down, and then a notification came on my phone that Deke has now passed away, man. Man, Dikembe Mutombo, man. This guy had a giant heart, man. A big heart. I remember him best mainly with the Denver Nuggets because if you guys remember, what year was it? 1994. That was the year the Rockets won the championship. And the Seattle Supersonics with Gary Payton and Sean Kemp, they were the number one seed in the West. And the Nuggets were the number 8 seed. And that was a very, very bad matchup for the Supersonics. They struggled with the Nuggets all year. But that was the first time an 8 seed ever beat a number 1 seed. Up until that point, guys, it was the biggest upset in NBA history. And Dikembe Mutombo was a part of that. I remember it, guys. Deke was actually on the ground. He had the ball grass in his hands because he knew how big of a moment that was. Deke was one of the greatest defenders in NBA history. I believe he's number 2 all time in block shots next to Hakeem Olajuwon. I mean, Dikembe Mutombo, man, he would actually get into the face and block shots. He actually, I believe, blocked Michael Jordan. He got into his face and did the finger wag. And then Michael Jordan actually came back, dunked on Deke, and gave him the finger wag. Now, the NBA actually stopped Deke from actually doing it in the face of players. Deke would actually block a shot, and he would wave his hand to the crowd because they considered that taunting. Didn't like that change, man. I liked it when Deke would actually block a shot, and he would actually taunt the players. I believe that's good for the game right there, man. Good for the game. Everybody loved Deke, man. Everybody loved Deke. I remember when Deke actually finished his career with the Rockets, man. It ended pretty bad because this is 2007. I remember I was sitting at home, and Deke ended up, I believe he broke his leg. When Deke signed with the Rockets, man, he was old, but he was still defending, man. He was still defending because Yao Ming at that point started having a lot of injuries, and Deke was a good backup for Yao Ming. So let's go and get into it, guys, right here on ESPN. Larger than life, Dikembe Mutombo dies of brain cancer. So the story is right here, guys. Dikembe Mutombo, the Hall of Fame finger-wagging center who spent much of his post-NBA career as an ambassador for the sport, has died of brain cancer at the age of 58, the NBA announced Monday. Mutombo's family revealed 2 years ago that he was undergoing treatment in Atlanta for a brain tumor. The NBA said he died surrounded by his family. Quote, Dikembe Mutombo was simply larger than life, NBA Commissioner Adam Silver said in a statement. On the court, he was one of the greatest shot blockers and defensive players in the history of the NBA. Off the floor, he poured his heart and soul into helping others. There was nobody more qualified than Dikembe to serve as the NBA's first global ambassador. He was a humanitarian at his core. He loved what the game of basketball could do to make a positive impact on communities, especially in his native Democratic Republic of the Congo and across the continent of Africa. I had the privilege of traveling the world with Dikembe and seeing firsthand how his generosity and compassion uplifted people. He was always accessible at the NBA events over the years with his infectious smile, deep booming voice, and signature finger wag that endeared him to basketball fans of every generation. The 7'2" Mutombo played 18 seasons for the Denver Nuggets, Atlanta Hawks, Philadelphia 76ers. He actually went to the finals with Allen Iverson when he played with Sixers. And then New Jersey Nets, New York Knicks, and Houston Rockets before retiring after the 2008-09 season. Okay, I got the year wrong. I thought it was 07, but it was actually 09. The Georgetown product was the league's top defensive player 4 times, earning 3 All-NBA selections and played in 8 All-Star games. He ranks 20th in rebounds with 12,359 and finished with 3,289 career blocks, second to Akeem Olajuwon. So I was actually right about that. He was inducted into the Basketball Hall of Fame in 2015 after averaging 9.8 points and 10.3 rebounds per game for his career. This is what Joel Embiid said, quote, "It's a sad day, especially for us Africans and really the whole world, because other than what he accomplished on the basketball court, I think he was even better off the court." I agree with that, man. Deke just had a big heart, man. He's done a lot of great things. He did a lot of great things for a lot of people. So he was a role model of mine. Yeah. And also, there's a lot right here, guys. But I want to jump over here to Stephen A. Smith. I guess First Take was actually going on when the news broke that Deke, I should say, passed away. This is what Stephen A. Smith had to say.
All he did with the Dikembe Mutombo Foundation. Also, he was a UNICEF child advocate. Everything was about giving back.
That's the Dikembe Mutombo that I knew and loved, that all of us knew and loved. I mean, he was one of the best human beings you could ever possibly meet. I had the pleasure of getting to know him. I covered him when he became a Philadelphia 76er. They had traded. The 76ers were en route to possibly winning the Eastern Conference crown, but there were question marks because Theo Ratliff, an extraordinary shot blocker in his own right, was considered an undersized center who had some injuries. And Billy King and Larry Brown ultimately pulled the trigger and brought Dikembe Mutombo to the Philadelphia 76ers, and the Philadelphia 76ers ended up winning the Eastern Conference crown. And had it not been for Shaquille O'Neal in his prime and Kobe Bryant entering his prime, the Philadelphia 76ers and Allen Iverson would have won that NBA championship. But Dikembe Mutombo, a 4-time Defensive Player of the Year, 7 times he finished in the top 3 for Defensive Player of the Year awards, and obviously winning 4, like I just said. No matter what you know about him as a basketball player, he was an even better human being. Always was about giving, always was about helping. His heart was just huge. It was big. One of the most beautiful, beautiful human beings I've ever known. It's really, really sad, that he went through what he was going through, and ultimately he's lost his battle with cancer.
Way too young. I only had the pleasure of meeting him once at a charity event, and I feel like Adam Silver said it perfectly in terms of larger-than-life personality.
Yeah, so you guys saw that right there, man. Very, very, very sad news, man. I mean, just really one of the good guys in NBA history, a tremendous defender. An absolute tremendous defender, guys. Rest in peace, man, to Dikembe Mutombo. That's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Black and white sports fans, let us know stick about all this in the comments. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, and we'll catch you next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.